Hello everyone, it is Joe here from OmniPoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCG live codes, make sure you check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your orders using that code OmniPoke. For today's video, we're going to be revisiting Gardevoir EX in the Destined Rivals format. It's an interesting case for Gardevoir, where it was previously the best deck in format, but Destined Rivals comes with a new challenger, Grimmsnarl EX, a dangerous dark type that also has its own Munkidori and a spread damage attack that can target down our little guys if we put too much damage on them with Psychic Embrace so that we can reach higher numbers ourselves. So you have to really tread carefully in the Grimmsnarl matchup, definitely one you don't want to see too much. However, we know that Gardevoir has the pedigree behind it and is still a really powerful archetype in its own right. And we've also been able to gain space. From the most recent Henry Chow and Michael Davidson 60, we can trim down the Rabsca to just having Shaymin, and that means we can also cut a TM evolution. So I've gained a couple spaces by changing Rabsca into a basic, and then I've added in a Munkidori, and then I flip-flopped the Super Rod into 4 Night Stretcher, because Night Stretcher's busted. It comes to your hand, so you can instantly use your cards. So if you want to go back to 2 Night Stretcher, 1 Rod, I think some other things I'm considering are 3rd Bravery Charm, 3rd Evo, 3rd Arven. Also could think about an extra Rare Candy in the deck. Could also think about adding in the Team Rocket's Watchtower. You could also think about just having Boss's Orders in the deck, because the other decks are now using Shaymin, so you may not always have late game Screamtail scenarios online for you. Those are the main things I'm sort of debating in Gardevoir. Oh, also TM Devolution. It could be interesting still for Mirrors, for Dragapulse, and for Grimmsnarl. The thing about Grimmsnarl is that they also have monkeys at their disposal, so you have to be really careful with timing your Devo into a Grimmsnarl deck, especially because they have 100 hit point more Grim, and very often will slow evolve their second Grimmsnarl. So it's not the easiest thing to Devo, but just something that I'm thinking about that can sometimes give you more avenues, because you really have to get creative against the Grimmsnarl matchup to have a good chance. I think the deck is still inherently really powerful, really good against like the wide field, but has this new red flag that the Grimmsnarl is really, really terrible. And trust me, I've been playing a lot of this on ladder, been donating MMR to a ton of Grimmsnarl players, and we have a number of those battles in today's video, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, we win the flip, and we're opting second. This deck definitely prefers to try and get that TM evolution off, to try and get us into multiple Kirlia. That's the safest route for us, so we always like going second. Opening's not too shabby. We don't have the early Arven, but we do have Energy for Monkey, at least. And looks like we're up against a Dengo Pulse. Should be an interesting one. This has really been doing the rounds recently online. Obviously it's been an archetype we know about before. 3 mulligans, we'll take that. Okay, our hand is busted now. We can Vessel Dance a couple energy to the bin. Arven as well. Yeah, this is a good opener. They start with Gimme, and they have the Poffin. They're a deck that definitely plays Turo and their own monkey, so we have to be quite careful about how we navigate our damage and not leave something too peppered to be easily wiped off the board. We have to be bonking when we can. They have the early Poffin energy. That's a good opener for them. Okay. Ralts is a good draw as well. So our opening is pretty great, to be honest with you. I'm just going to pull out more Darkness energy, knowing that I want to draw into more Psychic energy, just to like pitch more later. I don't think I want any additional basics, so I'll just grab the Ralts before the Iono here. And now I'll take my look. We do have both Kirlia, we do have the box and the TMs. We have our Candy in deck if we whiff, because no guarantees here. We'll swing the Dark on and we'll just rip the Iono hit. A couple Psychic already pitched, that's nice. Ultra Ball double Psychic is solid. We don't have much of a follow-up here. No supporter in hand, no Evo is a shame, so I guess I'm holding Ultra for Fez. and hoping for the best, honestly. We'll just pass like this. Our opponent gets to yoink our Artazon. A free gimme. Sounds reasonable. Here's Gholdengo EX. Another one as well. So they're going to be drawing cards here. One from the bench first. Maybe that means they have Cypher in hand. Yes, they do. And then they'll immediately access the two cards they want. Because they've already turn attached to Dengo on turn 1, it would be good for them to bank a Dark attachment onto Monkey. Or a Psychic or Fire attachment on the Dreepy, if they want to threaten Dragapult at some point in the game. Let's see what they want to do. Here comes the second bonus. Vessel, so they're saving their race spec. No Dracloak? No, okay. Just to make it rain for 150. Does put a Dark in the discard pile for our Night Stretchers as well, so that's something. But this really is Fezandipiti take the wheel. Bravery Charm not changing much. I think I still grab a Monkey here. I have Drifloon Charm in hand. But it's all about... it's not even Fez, it's Mew. Okay. That's even worse. I gotta bench some Goobers now. I gotta bench it all and draw 2. Good luck. After this candy, I can do the Drifloon thing. Because I don't have Monkey down, I'm going to candy this one and just put the 2 on the Ralts rather than put 4 on my Gardy to retreat. How many energy? I'm at 4. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 27. So I do need to turn attach this actually. And retreat. I want to attach energy anyway, just in case I top deck an energy and need to attach it so I can draw more with Mew. I could have put the 1 energy on the Gardy, I suppose. So 4 energy is enough. Oh no, it does need to be the 5. Yeah. I was thinking at 27, but I'd go from 24 to 300, yeah. Good. We are a little bit worried about scamming Tower at this point. Of course. But hey, we're hanging on by a thread right now. The Mew EX was clutch. And now the prizes are clutch. They have more Gholdengo in the mix. Our board position is quite awkward because we had to bench this additional Ralts as well. I really want that space. I can only really attack with a Gardevoir if I have a backup Kirlia developed and if they put something like Fezandipiti down for us to mop up. Pokéturo can't be what they were hoping for. Gonna see the bonus. There's a Superior. Really hope we can dodge Countercatcher here and Jamming Tower. Even if they don't Jamming now, the fact that Drifloon is heavily damaged is a worry. They actually get rid of the Turo. That's quite good for me, I think. Now that gives me license to set up damage over their board. A little bit more. I know they have Munkidori, but still. Just Energy KO is like such a good outcome for me here. Ah, they do have Boss, okay. So bossing around the Drifloon is still something. Because they can find jamming later. I only have... Well, I have no Psychic in the bin, so I can't do any shenanigans either. With my balloon. But we are going down to 2 prizes. So that's something. Ultra for Kirlia seems good here. Don't think I want any Pokemon out of the Artazon. I think I just leave it. Yeah. Another Kirlia is fine. Would have loved a Dark Attachment, but no dice, no Night Stretchers found. Do I want to plant an energy anywhere? Probably... I'll be going down to 2, and... I just don't have an easy close on their final Dengo. That's the only concern. But we are reducing their draw power, taking prizes. Hopefully we take Fez off prizes as well. That would be a nice card to have, even if it's just shuffled back into the deck. Yep, we get the Fez. So I'm expecting a pretty ruthless Iono here. And then just a swing. Again, they could win this turn. Jamming Tower Boss or Jamming Tower Countercatcher is available for them. So we can lose this turn. But with only 1 Dengo and no Cloak in play, maybe it's a bit difficult. Hopefully. And we're still working on where that last prize comes from. Bundle is safe. We don't mind Bundle. There's the Recon. Night Stretcher for another Dengo. I would guess. There he is. Coin bonusing the back. And it is a Cypher Maniac, so no. I only lose if they can Jamming Tower Countercatcher and have enough Superior and like enough cards left to do it. I don't know if they have enough cards to do that, right? Maybe they could Superior... If they have 2 Superior in hand, they could Superior 1, then 2, plus Jamming. Oh, I guess they take a prize as well. Yeah, they might have enough cards to do it. They'd have to double Superior, Jamming Tower, Countercatch here. Bit of a combo. But failing that, they can at least go to 1. Here's the coin bonus. And force me to reload Bravery Charm and Drifloon. Are they going fishing for Fez? They're trying to find it all. eSearch Pro should still fish out a few energy here. Yeah, 4 energy. Do we see the dream? Okay, there's the jamming. Yes, yes. They can't counter catch now though, so I think I'm safe. We would like them to take this prize. It does make it easier for us to win. It opens up countercatcher for us to close. Yeah, so they just pass. Makes sense. Well, we'll definitely Fez here. And Screamtail is interesting. Screamtail can't win me the game unless I find Stadium Bump, though. So I suppose I'm meant to just draw first. Night Stretcher Drifloon and hope to find Stadium plus combo sounds too risky. I think I just have to Night Stretcher Dark Energy here. And I might be Mind Bending this turn. Iono Mind Bend. Thin this. I think I thin the Nest as well, honestly. Maybe Scream is good enough. Yeah, I'll put Scream down and I'll just Iono here. Stadium found, but it's not changing much now. Let's Adrenabrain. Hello? There we go. And we'll punch. They still have a lot of draw here. But it's tough. It should be hopefully tough for them to move this Dengo, attach, and have enough for Fez with boss. Switch is an important piece. Also lets them get an additional draw with a second Gholdengo. They still have one Dracloak at least. They would need Superior plus at least 1 energy and a boss. Hyperflow is fine. Their monkey, does that change much? Yeah, it stops. If they have Dark Energy, it stops their Gholdengo being KO'd by Adrenabrain plus Roaring Scream. Would you see an Arven? They're definitely getting close. Alright, it passes to us. TM Evo's no good, so we gotta do the same plan again, because that's at 21, and I can only hit 16, 19 with a Roaring Scream. So we've got to confuse again and hope to dodge. The 3 on Guardy made no sense. It should be on the Fez, right? Right, Mind Bend number 2 coming in. They should have pretty good access to boss's orders now that they have Pokegear in hand. So this really is coming down to whether or not they can move this Gholdengo or not. They've spent their bonuses. They still have Dracloak. But it could just be a Raw Dog 50-50 here. A confusion flip for game. Gear does not find boss, it finds Iono. Okay. Maybe it's not as bad as we first thought. Let's see, have we just about wriggled out? Still going to the Guardy, which still makes no sense. They have to launch an attack here. Yeah, they just lose on board. Yeah. They didn't have a way to beat me. Very good. Right, nice game. Alright, we get to go second again, which is nice. And the start's not too shabby. We have Poffin, we have a monkey start. Not too bad at all. And we see a little runt. So is it going to be a Grimmsnarl? Is this me getting pumped by Grimmsnarl for the content? Let's read on. Looks like it. This is the new challenger to Gardevoir that we have to respect. And accept, essentially. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Prized a Guardi. We do have our candy, we do have both counter catchers. Okay. We're going to make another monkey. I'm going to swing a Dark Active and we'll just rip Iono here. We do find TM Evo. We'll take it. Let's make some dudes. Alright, not a terrible opener. No Psychic Energy found yet, none to pitch, but we can work on that. This definitely is like a monkey fling fest, by the way, so prepare yourself for my head to explode with damage counter math. Our opponent is Impy and Dimpin. Okay, they're drawing one with Filch, the classic draw engine. I would love to let them sit here and Filch a little while longer while they brick, but we're really not achieving much by doing that. So let's C6 ourselves. The vessel is found, but we can't do anything with it just yet, so we've got to pass. And the opponent now has Arven, and if they have Box, that means they have Grim. Or TM Evo, that's good as well. If they don't want to go Grimming. Or, yes, they do. They just want to discard the Evo. Makes sense. They're coming in with the big man. The punk is here. We got to get starting to pitch these energies stat. And I mean stat. He's really punked up. He's put 4 energies on the Grim. Crazy. He's a madman. And he's bopped a monkey. Okay. 1 down. Vessel good. We don't have access to Box, which could have been pretty good here. To try and sculpt a big play. So I'm going to flip the script first here. Night Stretcher Monkey is interesting. Because now I can take out Snow Runts and counter catch the Munkidori. Let's see, 7. Yeah, I guess that's just all I'm doing. I think I'm going to take all 6 off Gardy, even though I know it can get KO'd by Grim, because I want to keep this 3 damage floating for me for next turn. So we'll take out Runt. We'll see our prize. Do I put down this Ralts now, knowing that next turn I'm Night Stretching this, and I might need to just have more later? I still have my candy. Yeah, I think this is like the safest it ever gets for me to put it into play. Let's Mind Bend. Let's Miracle Force. We have gone up in prizes, so they do have Counter Catch alive, but there's a Guardy already staring them down that they can take for free. So I think that's fine, and I think the idea is I can KO the Grim next turn with the Drifloon. I could just be going like Grimmsnarl KO with Drifloon now, with my monkeys in the back to stop him doing any real shenanigans. Here comes the Munkidori, incidentally. And we see a research. Yeah, got rid of a counter catcher as expected. They want to just go for the active. Spike Myth is good for them to get a potential Morgrim out. Yep. Oh, I took the damage off the benched monkey. I was meant to take them both off Guardy. I had this whole discussion in front of you guys. Oh, whatever. They're going to Shadow Bullet me for 30 anyway. Okay. Okay, go Kirlia. I want... Ooh, the counter catch is an annoying draw. I want to flip the script to find either Candy or Drifloon to make the most of this Bravery Charm. Artazon's good. That's all our energy being thrown. Okay. Guardy out. Let's research. Okay. And then we're going to embrace to Drifloon. So we're embracing 5 energy, and then I got to think about how I do this so that I don't just get wrecked by a Shadow Bullet counter catcher. So that's at 300, but I have too much hit points. I need to... So obviously I'm taking 3 off Gardy, that's always happening. Or sorry, 3 off Monkey, that's always happening. So he's at 29, and I'm hitting the 300. If I go down to 80, I'm only doing 8, 16, 24, so it's not enough for me to do that. Is there any way I can prevent the counter catch game? Or no? Am I just losing to Grimmsnarl counter catcher? They are 2 down. I don't see a way I beat it, honestly. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way I beat counter catcher. Unfortunately. Well, let's give it a whirl. They have to just find one card in the deck. And they have 23 cards to get through and no draw engine. They need to find EX plus CC for me to lose on the spot. They have no damage to play with Munkidori. It's exactly Shadow Bullets here that beats me. Nothing else. There's also one boss, I suppose. Night Stretcher is Grim. So if they have Arven, we lose. If they have Boss, we lose. Oh, we just had the 3rd copy in hand! Ah! It's so hard to beat Grimmsnarl. It's just so tough. Maybe if my research there was an Iono instead, that would be like my only chance. Why is he doing this? He wins already. Get on with it, bro. Terrible. Was there anything else I could have done that game? I'm sure there was, but like... Yeah, it's just tough. It is just tough. Alright, well, that's me losing to Grimmsnarl as expected. Alright, we're forcing our opponent first again, which is something. Let's go Munkidori. We do have the Evo for at least one of our Ralts. And it's a Grim again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Artazon's good for us. Gets a 2nd Ralts. It's something. Let's make a Ralts and have a look. Drifloon Scream both here. Both Kirlia, both yeah, one Guardian of Prizes. Boxes here. Okay. All looking good so far. Let's Evo up. And see what our Grim opponent is working with. If they're going to be popping off with candies or if they're going to be building, they could easily evo back into us here with the usual suspects. Artazon bounced after grabbing a monkey and then a research. Couple of counts catching gone already, that's good for us. Here's little Buddy. Spikemuth grabs Impy. Oh, sorry, Morgrim, I should say. And we get Pollen. Okay. Research is solid. I think I will put down Fez because I have the charm to go with it. I think I do want to protect this monkey if I can, rather than mind bend and take one. Maybe even retreat into Fez, honestly. It's definitely retreat, it's just whether I give up a Kirlia or a Fez, and I think Fez just to get punched is fine. And we pass it there. Here comes the punk. Hey, punk. Three and one. Into a research. Chose not to put down the snow runts. Got rid of a Devo as well, which is good. Obviously that's a scary card. Another Morgrim coming in, and it's just a Pollen again. Okay. We are going to keep our Ultra Balls and box in the deck, I think, for later. Let's just play Iono. And happy enough to pass with Fez active. Yeah. It's a big bird, it can take it. Opponent gets their next free Grimmsnarl. Oh no, they don't. Interesting. Okay. They're going to Poffin though. Also for nothing. There's a Shaymin, so I can't get cheeky with Screamtail. They're going to give us some more cards to play with. We do find a Guardy at last. So I can force my way through Budgie plus something. Alright, Guard is going to come down. I also think I want to put down the Clefairy. I have to do it proactively for the Adrenabrain. I think that's my best bet. I'm going to do the Adrenabrain before the retreat, though, because he might go Big Grim just to sponge. So let's take out Budgie. First things first. And see where he wants to go. He does go Big Grim, so I could Mind Bend the Grim. They have prepped for that, though. Mind Bending gives him 60 to play with, 60, 90 to play with, actually, with the Shadow Bullet. So that would KO Kirlia. He could be KOing Gardy and Kirlia next turn. That's terrifying. This deck is so dangerous. Okay, that means I need to embrace while I can. Like this. Knowing that Kirlia and Gardy could be down next turn with a Countercatcher or a boss. Yikes. Arven is their final Countercatcher if they want it. Slash if they have it. Box Evo means they're doing all sorts here. There goes the Frostlass. There's the Countercatcher. Hotson's going to fail from them. Here comes the Brains to take out Kirlia. They're going to just burn Evo so they don't draw into it. Rescue board, Morgrim is fine. Countercatch Gardy. And the double down. Okay. Right. Well, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I'm already KOing this guy. At least that's that. Let's make 2 Ralts. Let's flip. Let's pitch a Psychic. Dark onto this monkey. The Iono is just going to be so bad for me. I guess I still have flipped the script. All my monkeys are safe because he'll have no damage to play with. I'm taking it all off the board because I'm not going to use the Adrenabrains here. I'm just going to hold it all. So we can just go Clefairy Punch. And they go down to 1 prize. We get Iono to 3. And we have to find Candy Gardy. Plus a bunch of other stuff. It's not going to be easy. It's really not going to be easy. Here comes Grimmsnarl number 2. No energy. Chance? No, no chance. Spikemuth comes in. Am I literally just relying on Mind Bend next turn and praying? There's Iono. Not the worst start. It gets me a Gardy. And Shadow Bullet takes Clefairy out. Okay. So there's also the option for Mew EX here as well, don't forget. Mew can get me maybe a couple more draws, but I probably need to confuse this Grimmsnarl, so I have to just draw the 3. I'm going to have a Scout here for Secret Box. 1, 2, 3. It can get me fodder for Candy Gardy, and then I can Iono. I don't need fodder, I need the Night Stretcher, right? Oh, so I can't get Candy Gardy because I don't have the guy. Well, it can thin the deck, at least. Let's get rid of some numbskulls before the box then. Take Vessel, I guess. Gets rid of 2 cards I don't want to draw. We'll play Iono. Not quite what we want. Okay. We're using our Adrena Brains to the best of our ability here. If I'm using one, I'm using both. And let's put him on a coin flip. They can win with another Munkidori and a Dark Energy. They can win with just a Heads Flip. They can thin a Grim. They can research. Dark Energy Monkey beats us. We just can't do it. It's just so tough. It is so tough. Grimmsnarl, man, you crazy. I mean, I could have tried to put down a Shaymin, but that's not the problem, right? I lose to a Heads Flip regardless, so... Yeah, it's just really, really tough. Our opponent has forced us first this time around. And that's a mulligan. Would have been a pretty solid hand, though. Sheesh. Okay, we do have a good start here. I can lead Monkey. Picnic. Our opponent's playing Picnic. We definitely have to be aware of that because we're setting up precise math quite often. Gholdengo with Picnic, huh? Okay. Gholdengo, Gholdengo, Gholdengo. Let's play out our box of tricks. And I think we want Research, Stadium, Evo, and Vessel. We will Vessel away one Artazon and play the other. I think the only issue is that plays badly into Jamming Tower, but I think it's what I have to do just from this opening. It plays my opening really cleanly, but it is vulnerable to Scamming Tower. A nice 3 energy pitched early, and we get to hold Research Evo. That's nice. They get the freebie from Artazon. They're grabbing Dreepy. And Vesseling away at Grass. Is it deck thinning, or are they looking for reach here? It's deck thinning. Okay. Good sign for us. Definitely a good sign. Poffin found. But I think it's Screamtail time. And we'll just research. We do have the Evo lined up, so I think it's just that. Double curls, out you come. And we'll see what our opponent's cooking with. They didn't play Supporter last turn. See Cloak. Artazon gets another Dreep. So they can at least recon for some stuff here. And our opponent has Evo themselves now. Okay. Alright. Vessel is not bad. Do have to sacrifice a dark here to get our Guardy out, but it's pretty okay. Lots of Psychic pitched now. Or I suppose I can just get rid of I could play the Arven and get rid of something there instead. Gonna take a quick peek. What would I discard from Arven? Maybe at this point discard Vessel and discard and keep Bravery. Just thin a Vessel here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Arven, thin Vessel. Ultra Ball Guardy. Attach to Monk and get screaming. I think we're just claiming the cloak. Another monkey off prizes ain't bad. Opponent's reloading a gimme. Stretcher for cloak. Let's see a recon. Couple bonuses online now. They go bench first, then active. The opponent is establishing their own Munkidori. And they're just going for the Scream Tail, which is great news for us. Love seeing them just take one. Right, let's immediately make Scream Tail again. I think Fezandipiti down is fine as well here. Let's see R3. Holding another Monkey Dark is kind of intriguing to me, honestly. We're probably never going to have that much damage on the board to need to have the third. Will they ever chase the Munkidori? Probably not. I'm going to monkey 20 off at a time and still take out the Dory here. It does play into the picnic basket. That's the problem. but it plays around the Adrenabrain, just KOing Screamtail. Countercatcher still seems interesting to me. I think I will still rip the Iono. Hold on to like Night Stretcher or something for next turn in case the Guardy goes down. Yeah, perfect. Does give us a more powerful snipe. Gives us a potential 200, but I think we're just going to take our 1 for now. And get this monkey off the board. What we want to do is we want to get close enough to take a knockout with Clefairy or Drifloon without it being so heavily damaged it gets KO'd by Jamming Tower. Even attacking with Guardian doing the same thing. That's kind of like our priority right now. We've gone to evens. We're trying to win in 2 attacks time. Because they're at 5 and they're a just smash face deck for the most part. So if we can get in range of this Dengo, it could be amazing for us. Let's see. Are they going to go for a counter catch line? Are they going to go for a boss here? Code breaking could still be counter catcher. Could be eSearch Pro CC as a combo. Take out the Guardy. They could also get the picnic. It could be time. Honestly, I don't like to see it if it does come down. Here's the second coin bonus to grab the 2 they want. It is going to be eSearch Pro and probably Counter Catcher, I would guess. Night Stretcher for Monkey. No, for Energy. Okay. Counter Catcher. So they kept their bench quite limited, so I can't do any cool shenanigans with that. With the Clefairy. Clefairy normally gets closer to the Dengo than my other guys. But this is in range of a Guardy response KO. I just have to be aware that I'm losing, like I'm leaking Night Stretchers in this process. But I think it's what we've got to do. Let's flip the script. Stretch a Guardy. Let's get our embraces in. Bravery Charming Fezandipiti doesn't sound that good. Let's just think whether or not we want to... I think I want to turn attach to the active as well. And then it's like, do I rip the research or do I just Iono myself low? I'm holding on to not the candy piece, but the stretcher at least. Ionoing them down to 3 still seems reasonable though. I guess it's not an easy KO if I Iono. Right, let's throw the 6 to the active. And we'll claim our Dengo. They have a coin bonus, they have a recon, maybe flip the script. They should find a way to KO us here. God, if the prizes is great, because that gives us Arven for Candy. Again, if they can recover a Munkidori here or use Picnic, it's really frustrating. I would then have to find the Bravery Charm for Drifloon in addition to Candy Gardy. Like an Ultra Ball. Is it Fez time? No, just a Dengo. They're going to instantly Iono us back. So they're not working with guarantee. Oh my goodness, what what insane 2 cards to hit. They don't have the guarantees. They have bonus into recon into bonus. Gonna see a Pokegear. Grabs boss for next turn. Recon. Why are they reconning after? Once you play the supporter, you should do this one first, then this, then this. Huh. Order lull. Let's see, do they have the KO on Gardy? Well, there's flip the script. And we start seeing superiors, so it is coming out. And superior number 2. Do they have the Picnic? They need Picnic here. Otherwise we rinse and repeat what we did last turn. Nope, we can just make the play. No Picnic. Boo. They're going to have a very salty Night Stretcher Candy situation here. Dude, we were always winning this game. What were those 3 cards? What the heck? Insane. Yeah. There it is. Gardy wins again. Broken. Alright, we get to go second in this one. There's an insane rain cloud outside. It's nuts. Right, so we get to start with the monkey. The opener's pretty good. We have the early Ralts into Iono. Shaymin. Well, Scream Tail's a write-off then, until I can Adrenabrain this down. It's another Grimmsnarl. How could this happen? Grimmsnarl, Grimmsnarl, Grimmsnarl. As I live and breathe. Didn't quite high roll the TM Evo. Let's pass it over. The opponent has Arven. I imagine they're boxing it up. The big box. There it is. Box Devo. Devo, good fodder in this case, because you know you can bosh everything. We see Poffin Evo, Stadium and research for next turn. All the typical things. Oh, max rarity Snorunt, look at him. And Shaymin's going to be evoing up. Okay, good turn from them. And the Shroud is already ticking away. Iono way research makes sense to me. It means I get to save Bravery Charm as well. Debate of putting down Clefairy. It's actually like not the worst card in the world in the deck, in the matchup, but I think I do just get rid of it. And say I'll see you again. Couple Kirlia and Vessel. I think we take that on balance of things. From this hand, I might need to keep the Nest Ball over the Artazon, just for potential Fez. I could Mind Bend and KO this Shaymin if I wanted to. It would open up a good old-fashioned counter catcher, which is the Fear. But by taking the Shaymin off the board, I can Scream Tail, which sort of gives me access to his bench in return. I think it's probably the right thing to do, honestly. Alternate play is just like attach and fling 10 somewhere that they can fling straight back to me. Yeah, I think Mind Bend's good here. Let's get on with it, shall we? It also takes damage counters out of play for him to muck about with, because the Shaymin would have been ticked down over a bunch of turns. We are certainly vulnerable here, though. Certainly vulnerable. Ultra Ball off the prize is a pretty good one, actually. The opponent has Spikemuth, so they can grab Grim. And he's punking it up. We see Dark Energy to Monkey. We see Night Stretcher. They are going to recover the Shaymin. Okay. Defiance on Impidimp. Why not? And they're going to Shadow Bullet through Munkidori and hit Munkidori on the bench as well. Okay. I want to heal off the Munkidori anyway. That's going to be a weird situation now. Freezing Shroud always makes things weird. Clefairy comes back, but I think I have to pitch it now. To grab our Gardy. And then we're going to be skibbing up for 3 cards and hoping for the best here. 3 Psychic in the bin to play with. Arguably we could Mew first. Yeah, I think we could Mew first, actually. It just makes me commit the Darkness Energy when I could attach Retreat to get me closer to a Drifloon KO. But Drifloon's not even in the deck. Is he in the bin? No, so there's no Drifloon KO happening. Yeah, I guess it is still Mew here. It does mean I commit the Darkness Energy and just draw 3. Evos and research. I guess they all go. At least there's another Gardy. There's also Shaymin. Is this where I just copy Shadow Bullet for the 180? Try and protect my Gardevoir while I can. I think Shaymin is coming down just to protect my Munkidori. And we're just going to deal 180 to him with genome hacking. It's not great. It's really not great. All of our 2 prizes essentially have the same hit points because of weakness anyway. The only alternative there was like a Mind Bend, but I think it's pretty cope. I think I prefer that play when they have fewer cards to play with, like when I Iono them down. Which will be coming next turn. That's the only good news. We get to Iono this guy down, knock out Grimmsnarl, hope for the best. They'll get a free Morgrim here, if not a Candy. But still. The Shaymin is helping protect Munkidori on my side at least. They need to have Monkey Energy to KO my Monkey with Freezing Shroud. They get an Iono in first. We have Stadium Replacement for next turn, which is good. They're still tickling Munkidori, which only makes sense. Oh, they have Candy. That's really bad. I wanted to at least have a Copium Iono hope. And the Shadow Bullet comes in. Okay. And they have to hit the Gardy because of Shaymin. Yep. And Freezing Shroud is ticking over. Got you. Okay, Poffin useless. Night Stretcher's okay. Take out Monkey with second Monkey if I can. And then limit his Shadow Bullet to just KOing active. And I can maybe like Iono him to 1. First we need to flip the script to help out. And it does, admittedly. Now I have to get rid of both counter catchers though. Ugh. Yikes. I'm not replacing Stadium because I'm afraid of him getting free monkeys out himself. Is it ever counter catcher this guy and let this get KO'd by like damage over time? I just don't have enough time for that play, I don't think. Have to punch this, I have to finish this guy off, double monkey this guy. He goes down to 1, and then I need to have hit Drifloon off prizes to just take that Grimmsnarl off the board. It's a lot of ifs and buts. First of all, we need to hit Dark Energy here, which we do. We can take out Munkidori. And take out Munkidori. And I definitely want to Ultra Ball away the Psychic Energy. Or do I want to box them away? I want to keep box open, right? So let's just Ultra Ball these away. I'll take Monkey to hand. So really now the big thing is I need to take Drifloon off the prizes, the 50-50. Is there any prep damage I do? No, I have 2 guys in play. I don't need to do any prep embrace. Yeah, we'll just do this. And now we pray for Drifloon, our salvation. Please, Drifloon. 50-50. Okay, we have a chance. We have a chance. I'm so tired of losing to Grimmsnarl. I have a chance here. A genuine chance. They are KOing Fez and Ionoing, I guess. Yes, okay. We still have some researches. Oh, we hit a research. Oh my days, this is going to be close. The good news is, thanks to Defiance Band, he's KOing the Fez, so I might even have... Oh no, I don't have space for Flip the Script anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, they're healing off the Shaymin. Shadow Bulleting down. And with Freezing Shroud, I can win with Screamtail as well. Because I can double monkey the Shaymin and Screamtail for win. I've survived by 10 damage. That's been the difference. Vessel thins and shuffles Drifloon closer. Screamtail is prized, or is it in the bin? Yeah, Screamtail not available, so I have to find Drifloon, Bravery Charm. My outs are Drifloon, Nest Ball, Double Ultra, Secret Box. So I have 3 outs to the Charm and 4, 5, like 5 outs to the Drifloon. Pretty good odds, actually. Pretty good odds. Let's rip the research. Drifloon box, you love to see it. Is that our first? I think that's the first time I've beaten it. Sheesh. It's tough. Tough out there. But here's our boy. Wow, we did it. It's possible. Video made. See you later.